Rise and shine, it's a brand new day. Ken and Ken take the stage, ready to play. Weekdays at 10, the cars and the scene. Coffee in hand, they're living the dream. Question in the voice, got the whole town awake. Bringing fire to the mic, make no mistake. Shows in the corner, spitting out facts. Dropping truth bombs, ain't holding back. Ken and Ken in the morning, feel the heat. From 10 a.m. CST, can take a seat. Live that loud, that break in the mind. Light up your speakers, crank up the sound. They're talking about life upside down. Opinions exploding like a sonic blast. In the studio, they're built to last. With passion and grit, they engage and ignite. Every single week, they're a force can't fight. From sports to politics,
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good morning, and we know it's a good morning because I'm Ken. There's Ken and Fred. First thing in the morning, in the box, ready to go. Yeah, Ken's having audio issues there. Look, the disgusted look of my audio has failed me. Hey, he's a Packers fan. What do you expect? So good morning, everyone. We got some coaching news, of course. Wait, let's see if he's back. Let's see if he's there. Can't hear you, Ken.
Now I can hear you.
Whoa, he does exist.
And today has not been my day. Fucking slept right through the alarm and everything.
Dude, it's a Wednesday. Come on, man.
Oh, well that's apparently what it was. My buddy said, "No, we ain't doing none of these shows, man."
Oh, yeah, today's a busy day, right?
All right. Well, give me 1 second because I forgot to bring my fucking drink with me, too. I forgot fucking everything today.
We'll give Ken a minute to get his coffee or his drink. There we go. Whatever that should be. So we got some early news, and of course we'll talk about when he gets here. Well, not early news, but news yesterday. Of course, Todd Monken. Let's see what else we got. It's been slow for the Bears. It's been slow for the NFC North in general. This just broke about 10, 15 minutes ago. Okay. Lower back issues suck. Geez, where's this drink of his? Is it like NYC itself? You know, he's up by Buffalo. Super Bowl coming up in a week and a half? We got the Pro Bowl this week. I still can't believe Shedeur Sanders is a Pro Bowler. That makes zero sense. Is the Pro Bowl now just a big joke? I mean, not that it wasn't a joke. I mean, the flag football thing, I kind of get. And here comes Joe. Good morning, Joe.
What's up, dude?
Hey, you saw Todd Monken got a job.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Monken got a job. He's now the offensive coordinator there for the Cleveland Browns.
No, he's the head coach for the Browns.
Head coach of the Cleveland Browns. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because correct me if I'm wrong here, but wasn't it said that he was going to be the offensive coordinator for Harbaugh in New York?
Yep.
It was.
Yeah. So not only did we get all this news, but now the Giants have to start a fucking offensive coordinator search, and that's been his offensive coordinator for years. That's why I bring it up. Is now he is going to have to work with somebody totally new.
Yeah, I hear Brian Daboll is available.
Joe Brady got promoted to head coach.
Yes, and Daboll is not available. He's the offensive coordinator for who the fuck was it?
Tennessee.
Oh yeah, Tennessee.
Yeah. But I was just joking because you said that Harbaugh's looking for an offensive coordinator. I said I heard that Brian Daboll's available.
Yeah, the sad thing is I would take him as an offensive coordinator
in New York.
I mean, you got to make
Joe Lombardi's available. He got fired yesterday.
That was another one that shocked me because hasn't he again been Sean Payton's offensive coordinator for a while?
Yeah,
like back to the Saints days.
you can't really blame them for the loss. I mean, and they're all, I mean, dude, how do you fire an offensive coordinator for the number 2 seed team in the AFC who lost the nail biter in the most just terrible big snowstorm with the backup quarterback?
There you go.
I mean, dude, come on. It was still a close game, and he came out with an aggressive game plan. I mean, come on.
Well, no. The Broncos had saw that the Bills had fired their guy, so they got to fire their own too. Because
No,
apparently,
actually,
go ahead.
there's a reason behind it. So Davis Webb is the passing game coordinator, and he was the quarterbacks coach.
He was a hell of a quarterbacks coach. Got fucking Joe DeFreeze out there.
Yeah,
So
Okay, there we go.
So allegedly there is, and I mean, they've interviewed him twice. They just interviewed him the day before yesterday in Vegas. Davis Webb has interest in the Raiders job, and the Raiders have interest in hiring Davis Webb. It's either him or Kubiak. So there is a lot of speculation that Sean Payton actually fired his OC so that he could offer Webb the job to keep Webb on his staff.
So
Shenanigans
we got-
this morning.
we got Monken going to coach Shaduki. We got the Lions' former safety coach that was under Glenn for the 2 failed years as the worst passing defense in Lions history, just become the DC of the Jets. And this morning, Aaron Glenn announced that no matter who the DC is, if they have experience or not, he's calling the play calling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hiring a DC for him is like you're DC in name only. So it's more like when you think about it, if you're an offensive minded head coach, I mean, like, look at if you're an offensive minded head coach, like, okay, you're Ben Johnson's OC. That's called being there to be trained, right? So now if you're going to be AG's, DC, you're there to be trained because he's actually the DC and the head. I mean, that's the way the NFL is now. So, like, if you're a coordinator on the side of the ball that your head coach is, and they're making the call plays and the design, you're just there to be trained, which is not a bad. Actually, if you think about it, I mean, dude, talk about some good OJT. You're getting paid defensive coordinator money to basically learn how to become a better defensive coordinator by a guy who was actually good enough of a defensive coordinator to get a head coaching job. So on paper, that sounds well. He did, so yeah. So I mean, on paper, that sounds like a pretty good gig if you think about it. You're being. I mean, you're going to have to contribute still, but I mean, you're getting paid to learn.
And then Monken to the Browns to coach Shaduki.
Yeah, Shaduki the All-Star.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
no,
Pro Bowl quarterback.
Not an All-Pro. Big difference there.
No,
He
I
was-
said All-Star, not All-Pro.
Okay.
I mean,
Hey,
here's the
you
thing,
know-
though. We're
you
seeing
know
a
why?
lot of coaching movement. We've seen
I know why.
I think we've seen more coaching movement between head coaches, offense coordinators, defensive coordinators, just from those 3 groups. And then, of course, you got all the other coaches that are moving around, below that. But we've seen more coaching movement so far this offseason than I can remember in years. And, guys, we haven't even gotten any player movement yet because usually by this point, you've got a couple re-signings that might have happened by now. Because you got some teams who are just real quick want to re-sign. I mean, I know the Bears, like the second the season was over, they signed like 12 guys, the futures guys. They signed all their practice squad guys, the futures contracts, right? Like, we're keeping our people. Well, all but one. And then they went out and got another guy. But you would think by now we'd start to see some contract extensions for guys who are staying or some trade movement or something. Dude, it's been nothing but coaching movement. That's all it's been. I mean, this is already going to shape up to be a very strange offseason.
Well, with that last firing we had, they officially hit the 11 coaching vacancies made in one season. So it's the most since 2009.
Wait, who was the 11th head coach?
Remember, we just talked about it the other day. The last one they just let go. last week.
McDermott?
That made it 11.
McDermott.
Yeah,
McDermott?
McDermott made 11. 'cause
There
we
was
had
11,
10.
really? I thought he was like
Yeah.
10. Okay.
No, there was 10 before that because you remember the other one was Harbaugh.
Yeah. And here's, you know what's funny? Is here we were like maybe 3 weeks out from the season being over on week 15, week 16, saying, okay, we're going to probably see 3 or 4 head coaching gigs. And maybe, we maybe 5. And we end up with 11. I mean, dude,
Well,
like a third of the league has fired their head coaches. Holy
But
shit.
we forgot 4 of them were fired before the last day of the season too. So that
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, you had the Titans open and the Giants, and that was it.
The
And then we
Raiders?
figured-
Oh, no,
and then
no.
we-
You're right.
yeah, and then we figured, well, we figured there were a couple that were maybes. The Raiders were in that group. The Ravens were in that group. The Pittsburgh was in that group. And after that, we're like, yeah, okay, like knowing, Stefanski's probably okay, and this, that, the other, and shit, 11, a third of the league gone.
and then probably the worst OC in NFL history. And I'll give you the list of names he's failed with, and that is Joe Lombardi. Just was fired by the Broncos this morning.
Yeah, we said that.
too. So Joe Lombardi prior to this has been with the Saints, the Lions, and Jets.
Right.
All of them had what problems when they were with them? Horrible offensive play calling and time clock management. Imagine that.
It's like I said, it's a very wow season. And then, like, I don't believe the rumor, but the rumor was that McVay was going to retire if they won the Super Bowl. Well, obviously, they're not going to win the Super Bowl, so I guess McVay is going to be a Raiders get new
Well-
coach every year.
Well, hold on. Speaking of coaches, we had a major travesty happen too. Bill Belichick will not be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and
I
they're
know
saying that it's because of all the scandals that he had that they wanted to make a statement. So, does that mean they're going to try to pull the same shit with Tom Brady too?
Probably.
Dude,
If Tom Brady's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, you need to take the whole Hall of Fame
Yeah,
and throw it
I'm
away.
sorry, you have the coach with the
if
most.
Bill Belichick is
Bowls.
not a first ballot Hall of Famer, you need to tear
Yeah.
the whole fucking thing down.
Yeah,
Like, what
that's
are we
just
even
funny,
talking
too.
about at this point, dude? Like,
They're sending a message that, hey, we do think it's bullshit that you cheated and still won a championship.
You know what, though? No,
So-
I'm gonna
So what
push
they're
back.
saying is you're not getting in first ballot is all they
Yeah,
told
that's a
Bill.
fucking joke, man. The guy has 6 Super Bowl rings as a head coach.
And
the mo-
2 of them
so-
earned while cheating.
Well, shit, even if you
they're
take
shit.
the two, even if you
even
took
if
the
you
two
take the
away,
two away,
he
he
still
has
got
six.
4.
No,
I
he
know.
still has
and
six.
here's the thing.
He has 6.
You
He has
haven't
4
taken
as a
the
head
2
coach
away.
and 2 as a defensive
Or-
coordinator.
yep.
No, yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, if you take those. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's like, I'm sorry. I mean, that's just a
He
a
didn't
joke.
cheat for all of them, guys. Like, come on, man. Like,
And even then, like, Deflategate is still debatable. And stealing signs, like, really, like, everyone's does that has done that in NFL from like the history of the
Not
NFL.
the way they did. Not the way they did. They
Oh, no,
literally
the way they
yeah,
did.
no,
Another-
actually,
Because,
Ken, I'm going to have to
JB,
agree with
other
JB
teams
on that one.
busted.
Theirs was a little more egregious.
I mean,
They
but
were
look,
actually
other
going there
teams-
with
other
cameras
teams-
and filming the signs. Come on.
Well, look at though. Other teams got busted doing that too, though. I mean,
Yeah, But the
I mean,
Patriots
come on,
got
dude.
caught.
Yeah, I mean, no,
The Patriots got caught, so
They
they
didn't-
paid the price.
They didn't even fully get caught. Their old guy Eric Mangini blew them in.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
so yeah, Belichick not being a first ballot Hall of Famer with as many Super Bowl rings as that man has in his collection is a joke. It is a complete joke. Oh, we're saying a statement. Well, you're a joke, is what you are. We're saying a statement. Okay.
Well,
Cheating.
Pete Rose was not in for
Well-
point shaving.
No, it wasn't point shaving. It's that he bet on himself in baseball.
Yeah.
And now he's in posthumously, which is like, really? Okay. You knew that was going
Oh
to happen
my-
too.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if they tried doing that with Belichick?
I mean,
Well, at least his girlfriend can go up there and but I mean,
Yeah,
he'll only be
it's still
35.
she's going to be in the GD Hall of Fame, and that doesn't, goddamn, that's Gold Digger.
Yeah, dude. It's what are we even talking about at this point, man? Like, if Bill Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Famer, then there has never been a first ballot Hall of Famer in the Hall of Fame. Like,
Yeah.
it's
mean-
it's just preposterous, dude. And look, I'm a Raider fan, so I am the last person in the world that wants to Belichick and the Patriots in any way. Like, I was not a Patriots fan at all. Whole dynasty I felt like was built on our backs, and I can still say the man deserves a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just a joke and a travesty, and it's like, really. So it makes, this is what I hate about the Hall of Fame in general across the board. Like, some of the stupidity with the sports writers with the voting. Oh, well, we're not going to vote for Clemens because of whatever. Like, do we not remember the bloody sock game? Or Barry Bonds will never get in the Hall of Fame because of PEDs. The dude was a Hall of Famer before the PED thing even started. The dude was like, what, an 8-time Gold Glover before he-
I was just gonna say 8-time Golden Glove winner. Like, come on, man.
I mean, come on. I mean,
Hall of
Sammy
Fame-
Sosa, Mark McGwire will never go in the Hall of Fame. Really, if it wasn't for those two, baseball
Baseball would
would have
be
died.
dead.
They
Baseball
saved
would be dead.
baseball.
And
You know,
and
so
the
I mean,
thing
like-
is, everybody was using steroids. It's not just
Yeah.
them; they just got caught.
Hey,
Everybody
I
was using
said,
them.
I said they should create a steroid wing
Well,
and just put an asterisk above it and throw them all in that one wing.
with
If you
Sammy
played in the
Sosa,
1990s,
you know
you're in the
what's funny?
steroid wing. Like,
Yeah,
With Sammy
exactly.
Sosa and Mark McGwire, they've never proven it, though. They've just suspected. They've never proven it, but because it's been suspected, they're not
Yeah.
going to get in.
but you know
Okay,
why
whatever.
that is? Because Mark McGwire was smart and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and so did Sammy Sosa.
Mark McGwire didn't go testify at congressional
Right.
hearings and say, "Yeah, I took steroids." He's like, "Nah, prove it."
I
Like,
mean, so like Belichick, this thing now, just like makes these Hall of Fames. I think the Hall of Fames have done more to discredit themselves with some of these things than they did to protect the sanctity of the Hall of Fame. Bullshit. You already said, well, we're not going to make you a first ballot. We'll let you come in the second ballot. So you're still telling me he's going to be a Hall of Famer. So why the fuck are you waiting a year? Oh, we want to send a message. Why? He's still
Okay.
going to be in the Hall of Fame. The
So
real
is-
message would be you're not getting the Hall of Fame, which would then even be a bigger travesty. to
is
show how much
Ben
you play.
Roethlisberger in the Hall of Fame? Is he in the Hall of Fame yet?
He's not
I don't
eligible-
think he's
not
eligible.
eligible yet.
Yeah. So if Ben Roethlisberger gets into the Hall of Fame, then that just shows you what a joke it is.
If he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
If he's a
Oh, no,
first
if
ballot
he's-
Hall of Famer,
If he
so you,
if he's
so
in it all,
I say if he's in at all. If you're gonna take this incredible moral stand about cheating,
Yeah.
well, how about rape? Does
Yeah,
rape count?
mhm.
Like, I mean,
It
come on,
already
dude.
hasn't. There's guys that have been convicted of rape in the Hall of Fame. What are you talking about?
But that's what I'm saying.
And
Like,
And that-
so
and
why are we
here's-
grandstanding
No,
about
so
this?
why are we
Like,
making this
I'm
grandiose
not
statement
saying
now?
I'm
is what he's saying.
grandstanding. I'm saying why the writers said they didn't.
no,
put
I
him in.
wasn't saying that you're
Remember?
grandstanding, JB. I was saying, like, why, as the Hall of Fame, why are they doing this? This all of a sudden they have morals. You know,
Remember,
like it's like
The Hall of Fame has a panel of a few players and a whole bunch of writers. You don't think the writers of 31 other teams said, "Fuck this guy"?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I'm sorry, you're butthurt because he had 20 successful years in New England and won 6 rings and made more Super Bowl appearances than all of your teams combined.
I
mean-
understand, but it's still one beat writer from every team, plus
Yeah, I know, but it's
a select number of players throughout the division.
We get it, but it's what we're saying though. It's stupid that they're so petty with it. Like all they're saying is, well, we're just not going to let you be a first ballot Hall of Famer because of this. You're going to get in the next time though. Like, really, dude? What's the point? I
and
mean,
also
it's grandstanding.
yeah, I totally agree. It's grandstanding, and it's like it's basically like virtue signaling in a sense, dude. And
100%.
number one, 100%, and number two, like the Hall of Fame has become such a popularity contest now. Like the fact that it took Cliff Branch like 40 years to get into the Hall of Fame, right? Like that's insane to me. The dude had 3 Super Bowl rings, revolutionized offense at the time with the deep ball. Bro, it's
Well, like
Jim
if Vinatieri
Plunkett.
doesn't
Jim
get
Plunkett
it-
has more rings than Drew Brees, and Jim Plunkett is not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I
Did
know.
the- did the list
Hey,
leak yet?
I agree about Jim Plunkett.
Like,
Yeah, Jim.
come on, you know? There's a lot of
But,
people
here's
that are sitting there waiting to get into the Hall of Fame that are more worthy than some of the guys that are nominated right now.
So everybody
I mean, look
forgets
at like
that- that-
like if you look at this year's list, right? Like, well, Philip Rivers is off it now, but like, Drew Brees should get in, right? But there are some other guys like Donovan McNabb should be in. Or Tiki Barber, Fitzgerald, Reggie Wayne. I mean, there's a lot of good names on this list. But then you got some other guys who you're like, how are they not in? Like, if Vinatieri is not a first ballot, like, what the hell? He's probably one of the best kickers, if not the best kicker all time, right? Like, he literally won Super Bowls with his leg, right? I mean, but he's a special teamer. And are you saying special teams aren't important? Like the whole thing with like Devin Hester not being a first ballot, he should have been. Oh, but we'll use special teams. We don't know how to. So put him in. Who cares? I mean, he revolutionized the game. He made you change the game. He was so damn good. He literally made you change kickoffs, right? Oh, but he can't be a first ballot. He literally changed the game forever. Oh,
Ralph brought up
he's a
Heinz
special
Ward. Heinz
teamer.
Ward is another one, dude. Heinz Ward deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, the NFL, the Hall of Fame sometimes, I agree, is such a freaking joke. And, like, look, as much as I love Steve McMichael, and he should have been a Hall of Famer much sooner than he was, let's be honest. The only reason they put him in when they put him in was because of his illness. He should have been in way before it. But, now it's tugging at our heartstrings. It's a popular thing to do. They should have done it years before.
I got another one for you. Tom Flores. They waited till the man is almost dead. Like, Tom Flores should have been in 5 years after his career was over, dude. Like, he won 2 Super Bowls. He was the first Latino quarterback in the NFL. He was the first Latino head coach, or first anything other than white head coach in the NFL. Like, and won 2 Super Bowls and doesn't get into the Hall of Fame until he's like 89, 88 years old or something like that. Something crazy.
Stupid.
Okay, here's one thing I wanted to make, and this is why I'm going to give credit to the MLB over the NFL. Alex Karras and one of the 4 horsemen of the Minnesota Vikings ran their own gambling ring back in either 68 or 69, and they were suspended for an entire season. And according to the NFL Hall of Fame stuff, if you've ever been caught gambling, you're not supposed to get in the Hall of Fame. As soon as Alex Karras passed away 2 years later, he was put in posthumously. I'm not saying
they do that a lot.
He didn't have it, but that's backtracking on their guidelines. So
Pete Rose,
they're gonna
they wait till he
no,
dies.
that's
and
MLB. That's
he's
MLB, not NFL.
I know.
MLB, not NFL. And we all said more than likely Pete Rose will get in posthumously. I said it won't happen right away. Because like everybody thought, I said, you watch, it will not be the first year he's passed away, and it wasn't. So
it's just, I don't know. It's like there are some other guys too who are deserving for sure, and don't get in. And you get guys who get in because of their name or they're popular. Like Eli will get in just because he's popular.
Mm-hmm.
Does Eli deserve to be in? Probably not.
I thought they already announced the finalists, and Eli wasn't on it.
No, they haven't announced the class. He was in the finalists.
No, I mean I thought there was one vote done already from the original list that was prior to the end of the season.
I think so. Hold on.
The next list we'll hear is the only news that's come out so far is that Belichick won't be in. That's about it. Okay.
Eli is a finalist this year.
He is a
Okay.
finalist.
You just lost all credibility for the Hall of Fame, dude.
So here are the 15 finalists are Willie Anderson, Drew Brees, Jahari Evans, Larry Fitzgerald, Frank Gore, Torrey Holt, Luke Kuechly, Eli, Terrell Suggs, Adam Vinatieri, Reggie Wayne, Kevin Williams, Jason Witten, Darren Woodson, and Marshall Yanda. And here's the funny thing, like with Terrell Suggs, for me, this is me. For me, Terrell Suggs and Lance Briggs are the same guy. They are the yin to their Hall of Fame counterparts yang. So, like, for me, honestly, I think Suggs and Briggs, they go in together just like Urlacher and Lewis went in, because those were the two tandems. Those two tandems changed the entire NFL landscape for over a decade. And like, if you put Suggs in and not Briggs, I think it's a discredit. They're the same guy, right? It's like, I don't know. That's just a weird thing about the NFL. Like, but Suggs gets more notoriety than Briggs, because Briggs is
And we went
pretty
we went over Briggs's numbers, and Briggs's numbers are Hall of Fame worthy. And
yeah.
but let's just be honest here. So Luke Kuechly, right? Now, nothing against Luke Kuechly. He was a phenomenal player, and he was one of the top. You know, one of the criteria for the Hall of Fame is, were you top 5 at your position for at least like a 5-year stretch, right? Luke Kuechly absolutely was.
Mhm.
Eli Manning, on the other hand, like
Never
he's
was.
getting into the Hall of Fame for beating the Patriots in the Super Bowl twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he gets in because he beat Bill Belichick twice, but Bill Belichick doesn't get in for winning 6 times.
Mhm.
Right. Like,
Despite the
Frank
fact,
Gore,
like, do you see the argument there? Like, you're putting Eli in for beating Bill, but Bill doesn't get in for everything that he did. It's just, it's such a hypocritical argument.
And then like Frank Gore, right? Like, there we go. I only scoot over, so if you're watching on the phone, you get more than half my face. Frank Gore, like, he's another one. Like, the guy has 15 years of service, and he wasn't necessarily top 5 that many years, but the dude was impactful his entire career, everywhere he went. If I mean, does he deserve to get in? I think he does.
I would give it to him.
I would say that it's a maybe. It would be massively against the class he's running against, I think.
I'd put him in for longevity at the position. Like, running backs typically only last 7 years. This dude, 3 to 7 years. This dude lasted 15 years.
That I was gonna say, if that's what we're talking about, is solely based off his longevity, absolutely.
Well, longevity and his numbers, like, he was still being productive for a large portion of his career.
And he's in the top 3 rushing all time, top 4 rushing all time, something like that. He's up there top. Clay. This is an interesting take. Clay Matthews deserves it more than Briggs.
I absolutely love Clay. He is absolutely a Packers Hall of Famer. But I debate back and forth with myself on if he's an NFL Hall of Famer.
To me, he's borderline.
That's what I'm saying, is I think he's a borderline guy. Is, again, I think it depends on who he's up in the running against on if he gets in or not.
Yeah, but I do think a strong case could be made for Lance Briggs. We looked at his numbers here on the show, and his numbers, they sort of check the boxes. So,
I mean, it's just like, I don't know, the Hall of Fame, though, like, going back to the original thing that started us all off, snubbing Belichick to make a statement is fucking stupid. To me, the Hall of Fame just lost all credibility.
Yeah,
that's like saying, well, Michael Jordan can't go in the Hall of Fame because he used to bet on golf games. I mean, come on. We're going to make a statement. We won't let Michael Jordan in for a year. I mean, dude, the guy's the GOAT coach.
Okay, if this is a serious question, there's no way A.J. Hawk's even in that conversation.
No.
A.J. Hawk was a damn good, dependable player. He was one of those guys that wasn't ever really outside of his assignment, but he wasn't an impact guy most of the time. Now, he'd make a couple impact plays here and there, but that's not what he was really known for. Clay Matthews, though, affected the game himself.
And like with Suggs and Briggs, like, they both played with Hall of Fame. Their line mates are both in the Hall of Fame. Ray Lewis and Brian Urlacher. And you can make the argument that Lewis and Urlacher might not be in the Hall of Fame if not for Suggs and Briggs, because they were so good. It allowed those other guys to do things too. So there's that piece of it too. It's like the Jordan, the Pippen thing. Like, Jordan was really good, but he was really great when he had Pippen, right?
Yeah.
Like, Pippen added a dimension to Jordan's game, and vice versa. They made each other better.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's also the other side of that, which is, they probably are looking at it as Urlacher and Ray Lewis made those guys better.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure. Not discounting that, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's a symbiotic relationship. They
Mhm.
made each other better. And like Clay Matthews, he had a couple years where it's like you just couldn't seem to get rid of him, but he would benefit from his own Suggs or Briggs. To be honest with you, I don't know but that's the difference with that is he didn't
Hey
have
Ken,
the other
I
guy
don't
that
know if
made
you know this, but Ken, you just buried AJ Hawk with that statement.
I'm
I
'Cause
know.
he just said like he could have used his own Suggs or Briggs, and AJ Hawk's over there like, well, I was there. It's like, yeah,
No,
we know.
you were
It's
were
like, yeah, we
not
know.
one of them. No.
No.
Like,
He's like,
no.
yeah, I was there. It's like,
No.
yeah, you were
No.
there, but that's not what we're
That's just
talking
Hold
like
on.
about.
Hold on.
Suggs and Briggs made big plays consistently.
Right,
I was
that's what
gonna
I'm
say
saying.
Clay Matthews did have his Suggs or Briggs, but he ended up leaving the NFL early in BJ Raji. That was a man that was another one that massively impacted games. And then there was some health thing going on with his grandmother, aunt, something like that, and he
Well, I
ended
think
up
like
retiring early.
linemen in general too. Like, why don't we see more offensive linemen in the hall? I mean, it's tough, man, because it's like they're not. It's not a sexy position, you know.
I'll give you a perfect example of a lineman, Steve Wisniewski. Steve Wisniewski, we went through his numbers too. He was like an 8 or 9, I think 7 or 8 time Pro Bowler. He was a 2 or 3 time All Pro. He was on the All 90s Madden team, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. Or maybe he got in last year.
Well,
I don't think. Can you look that up, Ken? If Steve Wisniewski is in the Hall of Fame, because I don't think he is, and he should be.
and, like there should be more special teamers in the Hall of Fame too. Like, dude, there's some long snappers who played 15, 16, 18 years. Were every year in the Pro Bowl. Oh, but they get no love. Why? Because you're just a long snapper, special teamer. I'm like, I'm sorry. The NFL needs to change the Hall of Fame a little bit. They really do.
Mhm.
It's so centric on basically 3 position groups, right?
He is not in the Hall of Fame.
Hey, can you look up his career accolades real quick? Because I think this illustrates the argument perfectly.
Like
You
if you're not a
read off his
quarterback, running
accolades,
back,
and then we're gonna sit here and we're gonna decide is fame worthy or not. Like,
I mean, like if you're not a quarterback, running back, or wide receiver, it gets hard to get in the Hall of Fame. And then offensively, and then defensively, unless you're a shutdown corner or like a guy with 1,000,001 sacks or like an out of this world, like, well, even like right now, linebacker, like no linebackers currently playing will get into the current criteria probably. Yeah, Desmond Howard's not in the Hall of Fame.
I thought he was.
I don't think he is. Let me look that one up. I don't think he is.
were you able to pull it up, Ken?
Yeah. 1 second. Oh, yeah, no, he's just in the College Hall of Fame. Okay. Just
Yeah.
for the quick notes of it, he made 8 Pro Bowls when Pro Bowls actually mattered, and then was a first team All Pro twice, a second team All Pro 6 times, and in 13 years only missed 2 games. Sounds Hall of Fame to me.
That guy's not in the Hall of Fame.
So Desmond Howard, right? Okay, his NFL career went from 1992 through 2002. He has Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP, once each, of course. First team All Pro in '96, 1 Pro Bowl appearance. He was the punt return yard leader in '96. He was on the All Rookie team in '92. That's it. Everything, I mean, he's got this huge, massive list of awards. The rest of it's in college. His NFL stats: 123 receptions for 1,597 yards, 7 touchdowns. He had 8,000 kickoff return yards, 28, almost 2,900 punt return yards, and he had 8 return touchdowns. Not in the Hall of Fame.
And I would say
Heisman
rightfully
Trophy
so.
winner.
I think
I mean,
there's a much better case for Devin Hester than there is for Desmond Howard.
yes. But you know what, though? Desmond Howard with 8 returns and of course, being a Super Bowl MVP. And, I mean, there's at least an argument that can be made for him. But because, once again, the Hall of Fame has this thing with special teamers. And the thing is, we all know as fans that, dude, special teams is fucking important.
No, you know what it is? The Hall of Fame and Matt LaFleur apparently have the exact same outlook on special teams. It's just kind of there.
Yeah. I mean, Desmond Howard, though, you can at least make an argument for him a little bit, but I mean, look, is he Devin Hester? Not even close. But where does he rank amongst returners? I mean, he's going to be probably in the top 10.
Top 5, probably.
Yes, I mean, but the NFL has to get better with special teams. Why? Look at there are a lot of kickers who should be in, right? Like we'll see what happens with Vinatieri.
Morton
right?
Anderson.
Morton Anderson. I mean, but even like look, we got other guys. Robbie.
Maybe
Gould,
Martin Grammatica.
Robbie Gould.
Grammatica played for hell long, dude. Robbie Gould.
Yeah, you can make a great case for him.
You could probably make a case for Janikowski too.
Oh, you could definitely make a case for Seabass. You definitely can. Tucker, will he get in? I doubt it because of the way he left, which is ironic because no charges have ever came from this. The guy never even had a court date, and he's been lambasted by the NFL over this. But the dude hasn't been proven guilty of anything. But I guarantee you they won't get him in the Hall of Fame because of it. But I mean, like, there are a lot of kickers and punters that should be in. There's one punter in. One. Ray Guy. That's it.
Yeah, and Shane Leckler should be in too.
Like special teams is a like. I get it. Well, yeah, but it's the leftover guys who could be in the starting lineup on the offense or defense. But there are some guys who just like made that their career.
That's like, what I was about to say too. Is yes, for the most part, that is what it is with your special teams. But you do have dedicated special teams guys that make your special teams fucking hum. That's been our issue is we haven't had any dedicated special team guys.
Well, it's very rare. You don't see him like the guy who's a 10-year gunner and just kills as a gunner. And of course, now the kicking rules have changed, and who knows what we'll see for standout special teamers. But there were guys back in the day who did nothing but like work special teams. They almost didn't care if they got in an offense or defense. It was all special teams for them. And they were phenomenal at it, and they were game changers at it. And they'll get 0 looks from the NFL Hall of Fame because they were just special teamers. I'm sorry, some of these special teamers like changed the game, like impacted games on a consistent basis. I mean, look, you say, well, Desmond Howard's a failed wide receiver, but yet he's one of the best return guys in NFL history. He should get credited for that.
I was going to say, you could say the same thing about fucking Devin Hester, too, that he was a failed wide receiver.
No, he wasn't a wide receiver. He was a cornerback. He wasn't even a wide receiver initially.
I was going to say, remember they tried converting him to a wide receiver.
Yeah, he was drafted as a defensive player who became a returner. They said, "Oh, he's so dynamic. We're going to turn him into a wide receiver." And he had some decent games as a wide receiver, some pretty cool stuff he did. But I mean, he wasn't even drafted as a wide receiver. So it's ironic they put him in as a kick returner or wide receiver when he got drafted as a corner.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. No, is Dion in the Hall?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is.
Dion is most certainly in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Here's a question,
and rightfully so, even though Dion didn't tackle.
Should Bo Jackson be in the Hall of either baseball or NFL?
I've said for years that I think Bo Jackson should be. His career was so short that that's the argument against him. But if you take everything in context, like Bo Jackson changed the game, number one, because nobody could catch him. And if they could catch him, they couldn't tackle him. And number two, he only played half a season. So his numbers are skewed. Like if you were to extrapolate his numbers out for a whole season, those 4 or 5 seasons that he played, he would be, he would have been in the top 3 or 5 for his position. Like, I absolutely think that he should be, but he won't.
I know we're a football show. I just miss Billy Jones. Yeah, I'm sure you do, Woody. This is a baseball question, but should Dion be in the MLB Hall of Fame? Because let's not forget, Dion actually had good baseball numbers too. Like Dion, what Dion hit over 300?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't think he deserves. You could make a better argument for Bo Jackson being in the Baseball Hall of Fame than you could for Dion.
Let me see what his baseball numbers were really quick. You know what's funny about his Wikipedia page?
Remember when Bo Jackson would break the bat over his helmet?
Or his knee?
Did you ever
Yeah.
see him do that? He would take the bat in both hands and he would just snap it over his helmet.
So you know what's funny about Dion's? Okay, here you go. His Major League Baseball stats: career 263 hitter with 39 home runs, 168 RBIs, 186 stolen bases. He played baseball for the Yankees 89-90, the 91-94 with the Braves, with the Reds for a year, and then he got traded to the Giants. And then he played in 97 and 01 for the Reds. So, kind of, football obviously made an impact. I don't know, man. 186 stolen bases, though, in the short body of work he had, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Now look up Bo Jackson's career baseball numbers.
Well, he's another guy. I think Bo Jackson should get it because even post injury, like remember when the White Sox bought his contract for $1, and he still put up good numbers. Like, okay, Bo Jackson's baseball numbers: 250 batting average, 598 hits, 141 homers, 415 RBIs with 82 stolen bases. A career that was 4 years with the Royals, 2 years with the White Sox, and 1 year with the Angels. He was an All-Star in '89, comeback player of the year '93, hit 4 home runs in consecutive at bats in 1990, and he's in the Kansas City Royals Hall of Fame. For the NFL,
Again, I think more of a case for Bo to be in the Baseball Hall of Fame than Dion, but
for the NFL, 2,782 rushing yards with a rushing average of 5.4 yards per carry, 16 rushing touchdowns, 40 receptions, 352 rushing yards, and two receiving touchdowns.
in 4 half seasons. So
Yeah,
you have
Pro
to
Bowl
equate that
in
to 2 full seasons.
His only NFL award is he made the Pro Bowl in '90. That's it. His career was like 3 years though, and that was it. And then the injury. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame.
But extrapolate those numbers out, right? He had 2,700 rushing yards in what equates to 2 full seasons because he had 4 half seasons, right? Because he played baseball for half the season. So 2,700 yards in 2 full seasons equates to about 1,350 yards rushing each season. 16 touchdowns. So that's roughly 8 touchdowns per season. I mean, I don't know if it's not maybe not Hall of Fame worthy, but it's pretty damn good.
And the thing with Bo and Dion, like they both changed the game, and there's been no one else since then to do it. I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Well, this was also back when you had real off seasons for sports, and now these sports have pretty much become all year round. To where how you going to fit in putting in another sport on top of your training for your primary?
It's not only that, Ken, but now it's like you get all these clauses and contracts to prohibit it.
Yeah.
Like, look at Seattle. Like, you know what? Like Seattle, with our favorite New York Giant quarterback. He was drafted to baseball for the Rangers and went to the Rockies. Rangers or Rockies at first. Anyways, he went to training camp and he was a good baseball player, but his NFL contract said, nope, you can't play professional baseball.
Kyler Murray too.
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple guys that could have done both, but their contract says nope. I mean, there are some guys who could have played basketball and football. We know that, but the seasons overlap too much. But baseball and football, like there are a couple guys who probably could have done both, who were really good at both. They got drafted into both leagues. What was his name? That was he played for the Chicago Cubs for years as a pitcher. He was a standout wide receiver at Notre Dame. He got drafted was going to get drafted in the NFL, ends up playing baseball instead. Crap, what's his name right now?
Sarkisian or Sark something.
Oh, I can't remember.
He was the tight end at Notre Dame, and
no, he was a wide
ended up.
receiver. He was a wide receiver, not a tight end.
The guy I'm thinking of played for Notre Dame too. He was a tight end, and he became a pitcher in the MLB instead of going to he got drafted.
Mahomes was drafted by the Tigers, so I mean, but their contracts prohibit them from doing both sports. A lot of these guys, so Alvin could, like Mahomes, I think he could do both. Jeff Samardzija, thank you, Ivan. Jeff Samardzija was the guy. I mean, the dude was probably going to be a top wide receiver in the NFL. He had a long career in baseball. He had a pretty good baseball career, but I mean, he could have gone and done both. But even
and let's be honest, he probably made twice the money in baseball that he did in football.
Maybe, I don't know, but still, the point is he couldn't even do both because contracts prohibited. Because MLB teams and NFL teams both started doing it like, well, you're gonna play one or the other. There's no both, and so it's become very. I don't know if we'll ever see guys like Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders again. No. Now, look, if Bo doesn't get in, he's always going to hold a special place in sports history. People aren't going to forget him. And same for Deion. I mean, Deion's in the hall maybe for football, but baseball, he won't be forgotten either because he did pull off some stuff. But like the Hall of Fame not getting Belichick in this time, I'm sorry. I'm still, that's just kind of like, makes no sense to me.
You and the rest of the world with any common sense.
You know, the NFL Hall of Fame is kind of like, they should almost be like baseball. Baseball, it can be none or it can be up to 10 guys, right? I think NFL needs to kind of change it because there are some years like none of the people who make the list should really get in, but they have to put in, 5 or whatever. And then you get years where you have like 8 guys who should get in, and now you get these backlogs. There's some other guys who should get in. I think the NFL Hall of Fame needs to relook itself a little bit. So does baseball, though. Because baseball does snub a lot of good players that should get in, really good players who should get in. But, I mean, in the NFL, it's almost a little more obvious. But the problem is with NFL, like, there's no room for all these really good offensive linemen and some of these other position groups to get in because it's so dominated by the flash players. Mm-hmm. Like, you see the alignment on this list, and you're like,
yeah, guy makes 12 Pro Bowls and isn't in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, like here, Marshall Yanda, right? Like he was a guard and a tackle. And people were like, yeah, but you know what though? Witten, Manning, Kuechly, Holt, Fitzgerald, Gore, Drew Brees, but guys like Jahari Evans, right? He had a Hall of Fame career, numbers wise, but they get overlooked because, you were just a guard or you're just a tackle. I mean, it's not a sexy position. Like Tooney's another guy. Like when Tooney comes up, does he get in? I mean, the guy's got 4 rings on his hand, right, for Super Bowls. Been one of the best left tackles in the NFL for almost a decade or a decade plus. I mean, but he's an offensive lineman. So like people don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are a lot of good offensive linemen, centers, tackles, guards who should be in the Hall of Fame that aren't because, just like special teamers, they're so overlooked. You don't hear their name every game.
Yeah.
Which, think about it. There are a lot of really good offensive linemen out there that when people say, look at this really good offensive lineman, and people are like, who? Because, if they're doing their job,
you don't
hear their name.
Mm-hmm.
The only time you hear an offensive lineman's name is if you hear their. So if you're like, yeah, this guy's been a right guard for 12 years in the NFL. Who is he? That's a good sign. That means you're not hearing his name because he's, But these guys don't get in the Hall because they don't get the name right. I've been breaking out some numbers there.
Well, he's extrapolating, but
yeah,
it's a fair estimate, but it's who knows? Like Bo had the game-breaking potential. Like Bo was the guy. Bo was one guy that if he got even the slightest bit of open space, he was gone. Nobody was catching.
Bo Jackson's gonna be like Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor will never get an NFL Hall of Fame, right? Because his career was just way too short. Even though it was very impactful, like Sean Taylor, The only Hall of Fame he'll get in is his team's Hall of Fame or Ring of Honor. That's it. It's unfortunate, but it's just because his career got cut short. And that's why I go to Luke Kuechly, who cut his own career short. Like,
Mhm.
if Luke Kuechly gets in, then why is Andrew Luck not in? So I mean, it's hard though because his career was so short. It's gonna be hard for Bo to get in at the Hall of Fame. He probably has a better chance of baseball,
Yeah,
especially
he'll never get in the Football Hall of Fame, unfortunately.
yeah. But he should be in the
Nick
team's Ring of
Collins is
Honor.
another one. Nick Collins, like he was undoubtedly the best at his position for about a 4-year stretch, and then injured his neck, and that was it.
Yep. If Nick Collins doesn't get injured, I say Aaron Rodgers has at least 2 more reigns.
What about Bakhtiari? Another guy.
If Bakhtiari didn't get injured before that Tampa Bay game, I think Aaron Rodgers has another reign again. And Bach,
I mean, no, but like he had
He-
he
uh-huh,
was
he-
offensive lineman.
and he was the best left tackle, or at least if not the best number 2 for most of his career.
Mhm.
You know who's going to get in first ballot Hall of Fame? Kelsey. Both Kelseys.
Yeah.
And
You're not wrong, and I don't necessarily disagree with it. But them getting through to me feels more like a popularity contest than their accolades, even though they do have the accolades for. You get what I'm saying, though, right?
Travis. I mean, Travis is going to get in because he's got the rings and everything else. Jason, though, dude, like he was the best at his position as a center
For a long time, yeah.
A long time, and if
But
not,
I get
look,
what Ken
without
is
him,
saying,
tush
though.
push- the tush push probably
when
doesn't
we
exist.
have
Ken is saying they have the career accolades, but they also have the popularity, which pushes them over the top. It gives them that added thing that.
And with Travis is easy because you look at all the Super Bowl rings and the yards, blah blah blah. Great, he's top all time as a tight end, fine. But like Jason, and look, I think Jason getting the popularity is a good thing for offensive linemen because I hope he uses that. Hey, look, there's other offensive linemen who deserve to be here besides me, and I think he will because he seems like that kind of guy.
I get what you're saying, Ken, but I got a feeling that it's going to be more of like a one case scenario thing because this guy's so much out in the spotlight. He'll be the one out offensive lineman we go right in at when there's other ones that were at least in the same realm of conversation that don't get more than just a passing glance because they didn't have the popularity.
I mean, think about it. Jimbo Covert, 85 Bears, had to wait till 2020 to get into the Hall of Fame. Right? Great center. Hall of Fame center, obviously, because he got in 2020. He had to wait until 2020 on that 85. He got drafted with Marino. They were college roommates, right? And that's how long he had to wait to get in. Like Marino had been in like almost a decade before.
That's my point. Is we see so many guys get
the only way
like
these
this.
guys get in is with the. It's like if you're not a flashy name running back, wide receiver, tight end, quarterback, safety, the only way you're alignment and get in is with the players committee 15 years later, 15, 20 years later. And that's wrong. Like Jason Kelsey deserves to be in the Hall of Fame as a player. But there are other offensive linemen. So the NFL maybe needs to relook the Hall of Fame because is 5 people enough? Like, I'm sorry, you got special teamers who deserve to be in. You got linemen who deserve to be in. They don't get in because their name isn't, Marvin Harrison. You're not like a big name wide receiver or running back. You're not Barry Sanders or Megatron. You're just a lineman. You're just a returner. You're just a kicker. I'm sorry, but those guys have massive impact on the game because you know what? Does Megatron get to the Hall of Fame if there isn't a Hall of Fame lineman somewhere in that offensive line that gives Stafford enough time to give him the ball? Right? And that's the other thing. If you're a Hall of Fame receiver who all your receiving yards in your career came from one quarterback, maybe shouldn't that quarterback be in the Hall of Fame too? Because you're definitely not there without the other. Like Stafford's going to be Stafford should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. That shouldn't even be a discussion. But I mean, there are some guys who are in the Hall of Fame and their quarterbacks say their whole career with one quarterback. That quarterback, oh yeah, he's not a Hall of Famer. Well, but yet like 2 of his wide receivers are in the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? I mean, there's some weird things like that in the hall. But I mean, offensive linemen, special teamers, dude. How many Super Bowls have we seen won on the leg of a kicker?
And then look at guys like Terry Bradshaw. Had John Stallworth and Lynn Swan, and Terry Bradshaw's in the Hall of Fame, despite the fact that he has more interceptions than touchdowns. Why? Because he had the Steel Curtain and John Stallworth and Lynn Swan winning 4 rings. Like
That is 100% the reason I believe he is in.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like it goes along with Ken's argument of like, you know, he rode Troy Aikman, rode the greatest offensive line in NFL history, and Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin to 3 championships. He's in the Hall
There
of Fame.
you go, Ivan. I like that. But I don't know if he's synonymous with Yao Ming, but I like that comment.
Another issue with the Hall of Fame is the current backlog, right? Like you have guys that if they don't get in the first 3 or 4 or 5 years, all of a sudden it's like they just kind of get forgotten. And it's like, no, they still deserve to be there. But the NFL has a backlog right now of guys. Like Jim Plunkett is still not in the Hall of Fame, and he retired like 40 years ago, dude. Right?
Yeah.
But let's talk about Eli Manning, who retired 5 years ago. Like, there's a lot of recency bias, and
Well, like
there's a lot of guys that
how
slip through the cracks.
How long did it take Tim Brown to get in?
2000. He retired in 2006, and he got in 2015. And
Took
that's
him
another one. Tim Brown
way
should have
too long.
undoubtedly been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Yep. He should have.
It took him 4 years to get in.
Yeah, he was a veteran committee guy. And that's what I'm saying. There are too many guys, and that's how these linemen mostly get in is veteran committee, and it shouldn't be that way. And that's how some of these special teamers will get in. I mean, I'm sorry, there's some kickers that should definitely already be in. There's a couple like Shane Leckner. We said he should be in. Seabass. How long ago did Seabass retire? Is next year his first year of eligibility?
I don't know, but
When is
he has a case. But I don't think Seabass should get in before Jim Plunkett. I think Plunkett has he has more Super Bowls than Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers. Like, I mean, facts are facts, dude. Like, you know,
Janikowski's last year was 2018, so he's already eligible.
Mhm.
I mean, the guy has 436 field goals. He made 436 out of 542, so he has an 80.4% rate. His long was a 63. He scored 1,913 points. Only one Pro Bowl, 2011. That's just insane.
Yeah, dude.
One of only 5 NFL kickers to be selected in the first round of the NFL draft. He's the Raiders' all-time leading scorer and appeared in more games with the franchise than any other player. He led the NFL for the longest successful field goal at 63 yards, which of course just got broke or tied. No, broken. I mean, come on. Like, how's Seabass not in? And you haven't even heard of. He hasn't even made the list. I mean, come on. Well, so let's see what happens with Vinatieri. If Vinatieri's not a first-round ballot Hall of Famer, is that a snub?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say he was pretty much automatic for his career.
Yeah. Where's Automatica Grammatica? Why is he not in?
Vinatieri also won a Super Bowl with 2 different teams.
Yep.
You know, like
The senior finalists this year are Kenny Anderson, Roger Craig, and L.C. Greenwood. I mean, once again, it's the play. I don't know. You can still come back to the news of the day that they're not going to let Belichick in. And I'm sorry, that's just fucking stupid. But you know what? We'll talk about that some more tomorrow because we're out of time for the day. Well, we're all going to be thinking about this now. Be back here tomorrow. Maybe we'll get some more coaching movement because God knows there's been enough of it lately. Maybe we might start seeing some player movement soon. But everyone have a great Wednesday. Don't forget the MMA shows this afternoon at 2 p.m. Central. We got a bunch of shows today. So keep it here, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning here on Ken and Ken in the Morning with Joe, of course. All right, we'll see y'all tomorrow.